This week's bass line is a fingerstyle funk groove written in the style of legendary bass player Jaco Pastorius. Let's take a look at how to play it. This line is built on the sound of an E-flat dominant 7th chord, so before we go any further, let's remind ourselves which notes belong in that chord. So E-flat dominant 7th consists of E-flat, which is the root note, G, which is our major 3rd, we have B-flat, which is the 5th, and D-flat, which is the 7th. So E-flat, G, B-flat, and D-flat. And all of those notes will feature very heavily in this bass line. Okay, so bar 1 opens with a root octave root figure on E-flat, and I'm using the E-flat at the 6th fret of the A string as a start point for this. Okay, now after that we're going to play a ghost note on the G string, and that's going to lead us into beat 3 of the bar, where we play 2 D-flats, the second of which pulls off to a C. Now after we've pulled off to the C, we're going to play C again, so we get 2 D-flats and 2 Cs with a pull-off in the middle. And that pull-off is really just there to smooth the transition between the notes. So far we have this. And again. And on the 4th beat of the bar, we're going to come down to B-flat, which is at the 8th fret of the D string. I'm going to play that note, I'm going to follow it with a ghost note on the same string, and then we're going to finish the bar with a hammer-on from A-flat to B-flat. So bar 1 is going to sound like this. And again. Okay, let's move on to bar 2. Bar 2 starts in the same way as bar 1 with a root octave root figure on E-flat. We then play a ghost note on the D string, and then we play the following figure. So rhythmically this is the same as what we played in bar 1, just with some different notes. So we're going to play 2 G-flats and then pull off to F, and then we're going to come down and play E-flat, play a ghost note on the same string, we're on the A string at this point, and then we're going to play a hammer-on from D-flat to E-flat. So bar 2 should sound like this. Let's move on to bar 3. Bar 3 is the same as bar 1, so we'll move straight on to bar 4. This bar opens with the same root octave root figure that we've used for the 3 previous bars, and then we move up the neck and play a fill. We're going to play this line. So after playing root octave root, we're going to move up and play an ascending phrase that takes us to the G at the 12th fret of the G string. So this G is our target note because it's a strong chord tone. It's the major 3rd. We're going to approach it with what we call a double chromatic approach, which is to play the 2 semitones below that note. So we play F, F sharp, and then onto the G. We're going to take the same idea and move it down now onto the D string, and we're going to be approaching a target note, which is E flat, another strong chord tone. This is the root note. So we play an open D string just to enable the position shift, and then we play D flat, D onto the E flat. So that's another double chromatic approach to a chord tone. We're going to follow that E flat with a ghost note, and that brings us to the end of the bar. So bar 4 sounds like this. And at that point the line restarts. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the latest bass lick of the week. If you'd like to download the PDF worksheet and backing tracks, just head to resources.basslinepublishing.com and follow the instructions on screen. I'll see you next week for another bass groove.